Okay, I will take you quickly through this newspaper article, which is a report. First thing you'll notice is the headline, U-Haul truck drives into crowd of Iran protesters in Los Angeles. It is a long headline. It gives you the very basic information, the facts. Underneath is the subheadline, the city is home to a large Iranian American community and protests against the Iranian government drew thousands on Sunday. Again, it gives you a little bit more information, a little bit of background, right? To give you some context of what is going on. This is what happened. The headline is what happened, and the subheadline gives you a little bit of context. All right. Now, the very first sentence after the byline tells you who wrote the story and when it was published. The first paragraph is called the lead. And you can see the first paragraph is only one sentence long. That is called the lead. The lead will give you the most important breaking news, right? It doesn't give you background or context. It just gives you what the breaking news is, the recent event. It tells you the who, what, where, when, and why, right? The 5 W's. On Sunday morning, a man in a U-Haul truck drove through a group of people in Los Angeles marching in support of the anti-government demonstrations occurring in Iran. Who? A man in a U-Haul truck. Who? What? What did he do? He drove through a group of people. Where? Who, what, where? In Los Angeles. When? Sunday afternoon. Why? They were marching in support of the anti-government demonstrations occurring in Iran, right? All the basic information is in that first paragraph called the lead. And it's kind of like a puzzle. You have to fit the 5 W's into that first paragraph, that first sentence, okay? Then think about the inverted pyramid, right? The upside down pyramid. The most pressing recent news goes at the top. And then from there, you get less and less important, right? So the police detained the driver in the vehicle, which hit one person who did not suffer injuries. Captain J. Michael Bland, a spokesman for the LA Police Department, said in a statement. Okay, you see, even the sentence are almost backwards, right? The most important information is given to you first. The police detained the driver. And then we need some verification. Where did this information come from? The newspaper reporters want to make sure that all of this is factual, that you know that this is factual information, so they tell you who said it. Captain J. Michael Bland, who he is, he's a spokesman, and where did he say it? He said that in a statement. Several thousand people had gathered for the protest in the Westwood neighborhood of LA, the police department said. So as you see, the more we get into the story, the more specific the information is, the smaller the information is, right? The more details we get. But the big story, the big information is that first sentence. The next paragraph is about the video shared with the New York Times. What did those videos show? After the truck stopped, police officers detained the driver, so you're getting more information. No formal arrests were made. And then we get to the second half of the article. You can see it's a short article. It's only about 500 words long. The second half of the article gives you more of that background information, the political context, the historical context, and the geographical context. The west side of Los Angeles, including the Westwood neighborhood, is home to the largest Iranian community outside of Iran. Okay, so now we're getting a little bit of geographical information. The demonstrations in Iran began about 2 weeks ago. Right now we have some political context. President Trump said on Sunday, etc. So we have more political context. Ruzbeh Farahanipour, one of the leaders of the 1999 student uprisings, right? We have some historical context here. Everything in the second half is giving us less immediate information, but very helpful information to understand this breaking news that happened on Sunday. All right? Thank you.